The Alvarez family was known throughout the city. Hotels, restaurants, investments everywhere. The patriarch had died years ago, and now the one running everything was Doña Isabel Alvarez, an elegant woman with sharp eyes and a firm character. Her only son, Leonardo, was the heir to that empire. Despite the fortune, Leo had always been more sensitive than ambitious. Money didn't matter to him as much as finding someone who would love him for who he was. And that search led him to Camila. He met her at a charity event. A simple red dress, a charming smile, a difficult life story. She claimed she came from a humble family, that she worked and studied at the same time, and that people always rejected her for not being on their level. Leo felt empathy, then attraction. Within months they were inseparable. Doña Isabel never fully liked Camila. There was something in her eyes, the way she measured every word, too perfect, too convenient for everything Leo wanted to hear. But out of love for her son, she stayed silent and simply observed. One afternoon, Leo walked into the main house, visibly emotional. He found his mother on the terrace, reviewing business documents. "Mom," he said with a trembling voice, "I need to tell you something." Doña Isabel lifted her gaze. She recognized that expression. She had seen it since he was a little boy. Something big was coming. "Sit down, son. What happened?" Leo took a deep breath, as if jumping into a pool without knowing how to swim. "Camila is pregnant." The pen stopped cold in her hand. For a moment her fingers froze above the paper. She looked at him directly, searching his face for any trace of doubt. She found none. "Are you sure?" she asked calmly, but firmly. "Yes, Mum. She told me today. She took a test at home. She says she's been pregnant for a few weeks." And he swallowed. "Mum, I'm going to take responsibility. I want our child to have my last name. I want to marry her." The news hit like a brick. It wasn't just an unexpected pregnancy. It was the possibility of a woman she barely knew entering the family permanently, and into enormous wealth. Doña Isabel breathed slowly. "I understand," she said at last. "If it's your child, of course you'll take responsibility. But before we talk about marriage, I want to understand the situation fully, and I want to speak with her too." Leo frowned. "Aren't you happy for me?" "What I feel or don't feel isn't important right now," she replied calmly. "What matters is the truth. And as I've always told you, Leonardo, the truth is never offended when it's verified." Leo stayed silent. When his mother made that face, he knew she was already in investigation mode. 2 days later, Camila was invited to the main house. She wore a modest loose dress, minimal makeup, and greeted the staff nicely. She knew every gesture mattered. In the living room, Leo and Doña Isabel waited for her. "Camila, please sit," the mother said, her smile polite but distant. Camila sat, hands folded on her lap. She looked at Leo for reassurance. He smiled nervously, still infatuated. "I want you to know," Doña Isabel began, "that if you truly are expecting my grandchild, I will protect that baby with my life. But I also want something clear. In this family, we don't make major decisions based on words alone." Camila nodded, appearing slightly offended. "I understand, ma'am. I know you don't trust me, because I'm from a humble background. I'm used to that." Leo shifted uncomfortably. "Mom, please. This has nothing to do with your background," Isabel interrupted. "It has to do with facts. Tomorrow I want you to go to a clinic of my choosing. I want an ultrasound, blood test and proper checkup, to protect you and the baby." Camila tightened her jaw for a tiny split second. So fast most people wouldn't notice. But Doña Isabel did. "Of course," Camila said with a tense smile. "I don't mind. It's just, it might be too early to see anything on an ultrasound. But if you'll pay, I'll go." The phrase "if you'll pay" didn't go unnoticed. "I will pay," Isabel replied. "And you'll sign an authorization, so the results are sent to my email as well. Transparency for everyone, right?" For the first time Camila seemed genuinely uncomfortable. "Do you not trust me?" she asked, voice trembling slightly. "I trust facts more than stories," the mother replied without flinching. Leo tried to reassure her. "Babe, don't worry. It's just a formality. It's for the baby." Camila lowered her head as if she were about to cry. "All right, if that's what you want, I'll do it." But as she agreed, something dark flickered behind her eyes. The next day Camila did not show up at the clinic. She called an hour before, I'm feeling very sick, she claimed over the phone. I don't think I can make it. Besides, I already saw a private doctor my friend recommended. He confirmed the pregnancy. I don't want to be going back and forth like a lab sample. She sent a blurry photo of a supposed ultrasound and a prenatal vitamin prescription. Nothing else. Leo wanted to believe. See, Mum. She already saw a doctor, he said, showing the picture on his phone. Doña Isabel grabbed the phone, examined the image, and felt that familiar instinct. Doesn't it seem strange to you, she said, that the ultrasound shows no clinic name, no date, no patient info? Leo blinked. He hadn't noticed. Maybe she cropped the picture. Maybe, Isabel repeated. And tell me, what is the doctor's name? Where is his clinic? I need it for the baby's medical file. Camila sent a voice note. His name is Dr. Robles. It's a small clinic, far away. Doesn't have much online presence. He's humble but really good. The only doctor who treated me when I had no money. Nothing matched. That afternoon, Isabel called her lawyer and her most trusted private investigator. I want everything on this young woman, she ordered. Background, jobs, relationships, everything. And find out whether this Dr. Robles exists. A few days later, the investigator returned with the report. Dr. Robles existed, but not as a certified doctor. He had unfinished medical studies, no license, and several complaints for issuing fake prescriptions. Camila, meanwhile, had worked briefly for an agency that advised women on how to approach wealthy men. Nothing illegal on paper, just suspicious. The investigator handed the file to Isabel. Do you want me to tell your son? Not yet, she decided. I want to see how far she's willing to go. That night, Isabel invited Leo and Camila to dinner in a private dining room at one of her restaurants. After the main course, she placed a folder on the table. Before we move forward, she said, I want to protect my grandchild. I had this agreement prepared. It's not against you, Camila. It's for the baby. She opened the folder. It states that Leonardo will support you financially from now on, that you'll lack nothing during or after the pregnancy. But it also states that there will be no wedding and no changes to the will until a certified doctor confirms the pregnancy with clear tests. Leo looked confused. Mom, this sounds cold. It's responsible, she corrected. Is it unfair to you, Camila? Camila froze for a second. If she refused, she'd look guilty. If she accepted, she'd face a real medical test. If they have no problem signing, she said finally. But it hurts that you don't trust me. Trust is built with transparency, Isabel replied. And nothing is more transparent than a reliable doctor. Leo squeezed Camila's hand. It's just a paper, babe. If everything's fine, there's nothing to fear. After a brief hesitation, Camila signed. Inside, though, panic boiled. She wasn't pregnant, and she had no way to fake a real medical examination. The appointment with the new doctor was scheduled for the following week. A reputable gynecologist, no ties to the Alvarez family. That morning, Camila arrived pale, eyes swollen as if she'd been crying. I don't know if this is a good idea, she whispered. I've had cramps and some bleeding since yesterday. I think something's wrong with the baby. Leo panicked. Why didn't you tell me earlier? I didn't want to worry you. The doctor examined her first. Leo and Isabel waited. Minutes passed like hours. Finally, the doctor called them into his office. Camila sat staring at the floor. All right, the doctor began professionally. We performed a blood test and an ultrasound. I want to be very clear. Leo held his breath. The patient is not pregnant, he said plainly. Silence. Heavy, suffocating silence. What do you mean she's not? Leo asked. The tests she took, her symptoms. The doctor looked at Camila. Home tests can be manipulated, taken with someone else's urine, or even purchased fake. Her symptoms can come from stress or hormonal imbalance. But with the tests we did today, I can assure you there is no pregnancy, and there hasn't been one in recent months. Camila turned pale. That's impossible. Maybe I lost the baby because of the bleeding. If she had miscarried recently, the doctor replied, we would see hormonal traces or uterine changes. There are none. Leo dropped her hand, his eyes filled with disbelief, pain and realization. Doña Isabel spoke calmly. The other doctor isn't even certified. I investigated him. I also investigated your past jobs, your acquaintances, and your pattern of using the same unexpected pregnancy story with wealthy men. Leo snapped toward his mother. What are you saying? She was never pregnant, Leonardo, Isabel said. And you're not the first she tried this with. Leo stormed out of the office, heartbroken. He walked down the hallway like a ghost, fighting the urge to collapse. Camila chased him. Leo, please. Listen. He turned around. His eyes were red. How long were you going to keep this lie? He asked. Until the wedding. Until you got my last name. Until my mother rewrote the will. Camila tried one last lie. I felt something. Leo. I swear. Maybe it was a chemical pregnancy. Stop, Isabel said sternly. A miscarriage would have shown signs. There are none. What there is ambition. Camila glared at her. To you I was always the gold digger, right? The poor girl trying to climb into the millionaire's life. I gave you more chances than you deserved, Isabel replied. If the baby existed, I would have protected you. But you didn't want protection. You wanted a shortcut. Leo breathed deeply. Was anything real? He asked. Did you ever care about me? At all? Camila hesitated. Then pride won. You knew who you were, she said coldly. I just wanted to secure my future. Love doesn't last. Money does. That broke him completely. It's over, Leo said. I don't want to see you again. My lawyers will handle anything left. Camila reached for him desperately. Leo, please. We can say the baby was lost. No one has to know. I don't build my life on lies, he said. And I won't present you as the mother of my child, when you never were. Doña Isabel touched her son's shoulder gently. Let's go, son. They left. And for the first time Camila felt real fear, not of losing Leo, but of losing the lifestyle she almost had. In the following months, Leo healed slowly. He struggled with the fact that someone he had trusted tried to trap him with a fake pregnancy. But with time he realized something important. His mother hadn't tried to destroy his happiness. She had saved him from a lifetime disaster. One afternoon, Leo sat beside her on the terrace. Thank you, he told her softly, for not staying silent. She looked at him with firmness, but softer eyes. I'm your mother, Leonardo. I'd rather you hate me for telling you the truth, than watch you lose your life to a lie. Leo nodded, gratitude quietly settling in. From then on, whenever someone approached the Alvarez family, with stories too perfect to be true, he remembered the words that marked him forever. Words spoken by his mother, in front of the doctor, in front of the lie. She was never pregnant, and he finally understood. In his world the greatest wealth wasn't money, it was the ability to see beyond the masks people wear.